Michelle here from Strawberry.com, and today I'm on vacation and I wanted to share with you the things that I brought. First of all, almost anytime I go anywhere, I usually have my clipboard, and on my clipboard I have stamps that I've already stamped onto paper. Sometimes I do watercolor, sometimes I do marker, but already stamped out images so that I can color. If I'm traveling by car, of course I'll be coloring in the car. If I'm traveling by plane, it gives me something to do in the airport or during the flight to color with. This time I did travel by air, and I was kind of limited on the amount of things that I could bring, not just by size, but by weight. So also in my carry-on, I had this bag of markers, and so these are the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers. They have 3 colors per marker, so they save a little bit of space. I don't have any browns or tans, so I threw in a couple of Spectrum Noir tan colors. I have some black and about 4 different tips of Faber-Castell pens, because these are always handy. And then I think I have 1, maybe 2 white gel pens in here. So those can be used not just for coloring, but for other things. They can, while I'm out and about, I could color, or I could do some designs on some other things. Also, in my carry-on luggage, since I was limited by weight, I was carrying a backpack. So I have a big stack of cardstock that I cut in half and scored. So these will be my card backs. I put them in my backpack, in my carry-on, because I knew they were kind of heavy and I was trying to pull down the weight in my actual suitcase. So while I'm on vacation, I usually do bring craft supplies. A lot of times in my hotel room or my Airbnb, I'll sit down at the desk or the table, whatever they have, and I will just do some crafting, because for me, that's downtime, that's fun, that's vacationing. But I do also like to go out and have adventures and do lots of fun, cool things and see lots of sights when I'm out and about. So if you want to be informed about some of those adventures, make sure to check out my new channel called Paper Maps, which is all about travel and adventures. All right, so the next thing that I have is I brought a set of watercolors. So I got these on Amazon. They're not real expensive, and they open up like this. So you have all those different colors, and they even came with 3 water brushes. So I took these out the other day onto the beach, and I just sat on the beach with my watercolors. I don't like to take my markers out to the beach because I'm afraid that the sand or the salt water might ruin those. And so yeah, I brought just a couple of pieces of watercolor paper, just pulled several sheets out of a book for if I'm really getting into my watercolor. But I also have my mixed media journal. This one is kind of a medium small size. It's 5.5 by 8.5 inches, and just I thought kind of perfect to carry around and have with me. I am carrying it in a plastic bag that like sheets came in or something like that, just so to give it a little bit more protection in case there's any splashes or anything from the water when it's in my bag, or with my towel. If I put my wet towel in my bag or something, I kind of forget that. I'm not actually a watercolorist. I just kind of play with it. I'm a crafter and kind of teaching myself a little bit of how to do watercolor, and I find that very fun. Now on to the more card making and crafting type supplies. So first of all, there's tools. Last time I went somewhere, I forgot to bring a paper cutter, and it was awful. It takes up a lot of space, it's big, but it is so worth it because I can't cut a straight line with scissors. I did pack some things in smaller bags so that I could, stick them in the little creases and crevices in my suitcase where they would fit a little bit better. So I have a pair of scissors. I have a small tape runner. I usually a lot of times bring my large ATG gun, but I was having space issues this time. I have a pair of small Teflon scissors. These are great for cutting anything sticky. I have a couple of color blenders. I have a few scraps of some foam tape or foam squares and dots. I have my strawberry stamp, which I always stamp on the back of my cards. And I have this Tim Holtz Distress brush, because for any colors that I might not have the foam pads for, I can use this. This is my little embossing bag, so I have some embossing powder, and I have clear and white embossing powder. I have a little cube of embossing ink, VersaFine ink, and then I have a black VersaFine. I'm sorry, that's VersaFine. This is Versamark. And I have the coffee filters so that I can collect my extra embossing powder. I have my black inks. I have an archival, and I have a Memento Tuxedo Black, and then I brought a stamping block. I brought my hot glue gun. I'm not exactly sure why, but you never know. And it works on cards too, so if I need to, and some glue sticks. My heat embossing gun. Here are the inks that I brought, the ink colors. And there's some Distress, there's some that are different. They're all dye-based inks. I can also use these to color with if need be. On a lot of them, on the back, I have Velcro, a little foam thing that hooks onto my brush, my handle, so that I can ink blend, that's the word, ink blend with that. I just tried to pick, you know, like one pink, one red, one orange, one, you know, going through the rainbow, and until I kind of filled my bag and felt like I had enough colors to do the type of things that I would like to do. In here I have a Wink of Stella. I have 2 precision glue bottles. I have some glossy accents. I have some pearls, and I have some gold drops. Figured to add something special to my cards. These were pretty easy and could be used on just about any type of design or any type of look. And then in this bag, I have put some stamps, and they are kind of unorganized, and this one doesn't have its case, but it's a bunch of sentiments from Lawn Fawn, one of my favorite sentiment stamps. This one I just recently got, and it actually came with a die of a rainbow, but since I don't have my die cutting machine, I left that part at home. This one is new to me. It is from Stampendous, and I just got it on clearance, and it has a bunch of birthday sayings on it. And those are really the sentiment stamps that I brought, but this one was more summer and sentiments. This one is also summer and sentiments. It is a Lawn Fawn design. I believe it's called Flip Flop. I don't know if y'all can see these. This is a Lawn Fawn with some beach type scenes. When I'm on vacation, I like to do vacation type of stamps. I think I got this one a couple years ago on sale. Picked up some pink flamingos. So those are all the stamps that I brought with me, except for the things that were pre-stamped on my coloring sheet. So I do have those that I can use. Last but not least, I brought this box full of paper type things. Okay, let's open this up. I've been really impressed with the Dollar Tree lately, and so these are some wood stickers from Dollar Tree. These are some stickers from Dollar Tree. These are some rub-ons from Dollar Tree. These are some stickers from Dollar Tree. Expect some Dollar Tree craft videos coming up soon. Aren't these adorable? These were from Dollar Tree. These were from Dollar Tree. These were from Dollar Tree. And these are some rub-ons. I also found some stickers of travel stickers that I've had. I have some, you probably can't see it. They're die cuts of words out of white cardstock that I previously cut that I just threw in there. I have some old, what are these called? They're thick cardboard. Anyway, they're like stickers, they're cardboard. They're summertime, so brought them. I brought my sunshine stuff. Then I went through my paper supply and I found just like 1 or 2 sheets from each of the pads that I decided to bring. So that these are all, they have like leaves on them and stuff and pineapples. So they were very summer themed. So I brought 1 sheet of each one that I had. I did bring this Cool Kid because I couldn't pick which was my favorite. I ended up bringing all of them. But a lot of my other paper packs, I just went through and found some of my favorite colors, favorite designs. And I did that for the small size paper packs. I did that, this one was an 8x8 paper pack that I recently got on sale. Here's some more. It was a very nautical theme. Then I went through my paper stash, like my solids. I brought some whites, because you never know. I did bring my envelope of things that I have colored or die cut in the past and just never used before. Sometimes I haven't even colored them yet or just stamped them. You know, here's a random dinosaur that I never used. So here's a little mouse. So I did bring this, hoping that maybe I can put a dent on some of that. So I went through my solid cardstock and my cardstock that's not solids, but it kind of reads like solids, like polka dots. And I just went and grabbed a couple of each color so that I would have some to go with. And then I do also have some 12x12 cardstock, same type of thing. I went through and looked for fun, summery, or nautical type things and threw them in my box. And that's it. That's what I have to craft with while I am here. I'm actually on vacation for an entire month. Yay, yay me. Joys of being a teacher, but you know, this year was really rough. We taught in person and online from day 1 every single day of the year. And it was a little exhausting. So this is my time to refresh and renew and get some crafting done and take some adventures. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and also check out Paper Maps for some of my adventures. Toodles!